Hi guys, and welcome to the announcement video for Horror Mayhem. So this is a readathon that I saw the announcement video from the Bookish Bryants. I'll definitely link their channel below, as well as the other co-hosts. Yes, I said other co-hosts because there are multiple people helping to host this, and I am one of them. The Bookish Bryants, which is Becky and Scott, asked if I would like to co-host Horror Mayhem because I would like to read some more horror books. And I said, sure, once I found out what was involved in that, absolutely. I think this will be fun. So this takes place all of May. So starting Sunday, May 1st and going through Tuesday, May 31st. The goal is to read as much horror as you want, basically, hence Horror Mayhem. So now, ultimately, it does come down to, one, we're not, there's no points or anything like that. Just, if there's a certain horror book you want to read, then do it. There are 4 categories for each, 1 per week. So if you're trying to get into horror more, maybe try starting with some short stories, some novellas, and things like that. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to be approaching this. I have a couple of ideas, but I wanted to put this announcement video out there, so just keep an eye out for a TBR video for Horror Mayhem. I will do that at a future point. So let's, if you want to do Horror Mayhem, please, by all means, do so. You can hashtag us. The hashtag is #Horror Mayhem, and I'll put that in the description box as well. So, so the goal is to just read horror. Now, each week has a topic. You are more than welcome to read books within that particular topic. If you want to read 1 horror book for the month, do so. If you want to try and read as much as you can in the week for a particular topic, 1 book another week. However you want to do this that will work for you, do it. So, Horror Mayhem. So week 1, the topic, if you want to go by topics, you don't have to, but a lot of people do like to go by topics. So if you want to go by topics, the topic for week 1 is supernatural beings or creatures. That doesn't mean like necessarily have to mean supernatural creatures like ghosts and goblins. You can read something about vampires, zombies, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, whatever creature or being. So I have an idea, but I'm going to look. That's a couple of other options. And then also, if you have 1 book that fits all of these prompts, by all means, read the 1 book that fits all the prompts. So, so that's the first category. So, like, for me, personally, supernatural beings, there's 2 types of beings that come to my mind. I can do something, I do have liked reading thrillers that have hauntings and possessions, so I could do something like that. That has ghosts or demons or whatever's possessing someone. I absolutely love books with vampires, so I could find a horror book with vampires. I also like zombies, so I could find a book with zombies in them and do that. So, it's whatever creature you want, do. Okay, week 2, the theme is Gothic. This was a great example that Scott gave from the Bookish Bryants, and that's Dracula by Bram Stoker. So you have Dracula, who is a vampire, which is a supernatural being, but Dracula by Bram Stoker is also a Gothic book. So it can go in either category. You can read the 1 book for 2 weeks, however you want to do that. And that's just a suggestion to kind of help get the wheels turning and give you some ideas. So Gothic, I have found I do like Gothic settings. I am going to look into it a little bit more, see what I can find. But yeah, so it's just a Gothic setting, or that just the whole thing is Gothic. Okay, so the theme for week 3 of Horror Mayhem is cosmic. Now, please feel free to interpret these however you want. Me personally, when I think of cosmic, my mind goes to space, and so maybe I'll try and find a horror book that's set in space. And for me, that will be cosmic. So just, yeah, that's just where my mind goes, and so more than likely, that's what I'll try and do. So yeah, just cosmic is the theme. So horror, cosmic. Okay, so the 4th and final theme is folk, which is so a horror book based on folklore. It could be also, if you want, that Becky and Scott talked about, is something that's takes place kind of in your local haunts. So if you live in a town where there's been known to be some hauntings and you want to read a book based on those hauntings, that would count for this particular theme as well. If you want to read a book on Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster, that's folklore, and a horror book with those creatures would also work for the supernatural beings. So that's pretty much it. Now, here in Utah, I know I think there's this one building that's been known to be haunted, but I don't know if there's a book on it, and I can't remember the name of the building. I do know it's in downtown Salt Lake. I don't know. I think it's by some railroad tracks too, but I don't know. I think that would hit a little too close for home for me. But yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably do something more folklore-esque, try and find something that way. I will have to do a little investigating to see what some options are that I would like to consider, and go from that point. So please let me know in the description box if you would like to participate in Horror Mayhem, and maybe even what horror book you really want to read in May, that you are excited to get to the most. Honestly, I will tell you right now, I am really leaning towards Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. As much as I love vampires, I have not read that book. I know Anne Rice is considered the vampire queen, and I have not read anything by her before. So I very well may go that route, at least for part of it. So we'll see. But that is going to be it for this announcement video. Again, please let me know if you are going to plan on participating. Again, this takes place for the whole month of May. So that'll be it. So until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I'll talk to you later.